Hello, my name is John White. That's Juan Blanco in Espanol. I now live in a small town in Mexico. Today I'm going to explain how to play the game called the Maya Cosmic Number Puzzles. They are found on Google Play. You need to type in the full name to bring them up on your computer. At the present time, September 2013, we only have them available for the Android system of smartphones and tablets. Later we will have them available for the regular PC computers and for the Apple system. These puzzles were originally found inside a Mayan pyramid in the late 1940s of the last century. They were lost to the world for over 1,400 years. The original puzzles were inscribed on solid gold plates. Someday in the future we hope to show them all to you, but for now we only have 2 of them to show you. Today, I want to show you how to play the games. There are more than one type of game. We will be showing you the 5x5 version today. That is composed of 5 columns and 5 rows. These puzzles are for people that are starting to learn how to play the game. In this case, we are using the Maya numbers, which are composed of a circle, a dot if you wish, or a bar. In this particular puzzle, we go from 1 to 5. The 1 being represented by 1 dot. This is a 1. Here we have 2 dots. That represents the 2. Here we have 3 dots. That's represented by 3. Down here we have 4 dots. That's represented by the 4. When we have a bar, that represents the 5. The 5x5 versions can be represented by number sets of different groups. This particular puzzle represents the 1 to the 5 group. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We also have puzzles within the books, the same book of a 5x5 puzzle, that are from 0 to 4. We have puzzles that are from 2 to 6, from 3 to 7, 4 to 8, and 5 to 9. So you can see that even the 5x5 puzzles can be very complicated. In this case, this difficulty level is 3. This is the most complex of the 5x5 puzzles. They're represented down here at the bottom by the Mayan spirit Zacatectli. When we have 1, 2, or 3, that means it's very difficult. That is the reason why we're going to solve this particular puzzle today. First of all, we look around on the puzzle to see which is the easiest place to solve for. In this column we have 2 blanks. In this column we have 2 blanks. We have in this column 1, 2, 3, 4, so that makes it very difficult. In this column, or this row, excuse me, we have only 1 vacant spot. So we're going to start here to play the game and to solve the puzzle. We have, on the right side, we have a 1, a 2, we're missing a 3, we have a 4, and a 5. So that portion of it is fairly easy. On the left side, we have a 3, a 2, a 1, and a 4. We're missing the 5. Solving for this row, on the right side, we see we have a 3, we have a 5, and we have a 1. We're missing both the 2 and the 4. When we look on this side, for any confirmation, we have a 1, a 4, and a 5. So this 4 cannot go here, only a 2 could go there. Since the 2 is in this position, a 4 must go here. Solving for the left side of this row, we have a 1, we have a 5, and we have a 2. We're missing both a 4 and a 3. When we look in this column here on the left side, we see that we already have a 3. So a 3 cannot go in this position, only a 4. If the 4 goes here, that means only a 3 can go in this position. Then we look around to see what else we can solve. This column only has one spot, so we're going to solve for it next. We have a 1, a 2, a 4, and a 5. We're missing a 3. On the left side of this column, we have a 1, a 4, a 5, and a 3. We are missing the 2. When solving for the left side of this column, we see that we have a 1, a 4, a 5, a 3. So we are missing only the 2. Then we look around on the puzzle to see what else we can solve for. In this case, we're going to try to solve for this column here. It has 2 spots. We see that on the right side we have a 4, a 5, and a 3. So we're missing both a 2 and a 1. When we look around for confirmation, we see that we have a 4 and a 3. That does not help us. We have a 4, a 3, and a 5, and that does not help us. So we make a notation that the 1 or 2 can be here, or the 1 or 2 can be in this position here. Then solving for the left side of the row, or the column, we see that we have a 2, a 5, a 4, so we are missing both the 3 and a 1. When we look over here on this particular row, we see we have the 3, so the 3 cannot go here, only a 1 can go in this position. If the 1 goes here, that means only the 3 could go here. If we look around on the board to see what numbers we can have that first start with a 1 and then would have a 1 or a 2 in this position, which would be equivalent to 11 or a 12. Or down here is a 3, and this would be a 31 or a 32 in this position. We try to check to see if we have another number that would be either a 31 or 32, 11 or a 12. In this position here, we have the 3 and the 2, which is a 32. So we cannot have another 32 in this position here. So that means it can only be a 31. If the 31 is here, that means that this can only be a 2 in this position here. Or excuse me, can only be a 2 in this position here. That does solve for that column. Now, this row only has one blank, so we're going to solve for it next. We see on the right side we have a 4, a 1, a 3, a 5. That only leaves us with a 2. Solving for the left side of this row, we see we have a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. So we're missing the 5. Then we're going to solve for this column, which only has one blank left. We see on the right side we have a 5, a 1, a 3, and a 2. That only leaves the 4. On the left side, we see we have a 4, a 2, a 3, and a 5. That only leaves the 1. Then we can solve for this column. It has 2 spots available. We see on the right side we have a 3, we have a 4, and a 5. We're missing both the 1 and the 2. When we look on this column, on this row, we see that we already have the 2, so a 2 cannot go here, only the 1 could go here. That means a 2 can only be in this position here. On the left side of this column, we see we have a 5, a 3, and a 1. We're missing both a 4 and a 2. When we look over here, we see that we already have a 4 in this row, so we cannot have the 4 here, only a 2 could go here. If the 2 goes here, only a 4 can go in this position here. That leaves us with only 2 blanks left, so we can solve for this row. On the right side we have a 2, a 4, a 1, and a 3. So we're missing the 5. On the left side, we're missing, or we have a 1, a 5, 4, and a 3. So we are missing the 2. Then when we solve for the last number, we can solve it by the column. Then when we solve for this last vacant spot, we can solve for the column, or we can solve it by the row. Let's solve it by the column. We have a 2, a 3, 5, and a 4. We're missing the 1. On the left side of this column, we have a 3, a 1, a 2, a 4, so we are missing the 5. When we check, we can see that each side of the column goes from 1 to 5. When we check, we can see that on each column we go from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. On the right side, we see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On the rows, you can check all of the rows and you will see that you have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5 to complete each row on the right side and the left side. That completes this puzzle. Hopefully you will go to our page on Facebook and our page on YouTube and check out all the rest of the videos that we have available. The puzzles using the Maya numbers are not available at the present time. However, we will be sending out puzzles to our friends on Facebook, so please go to Facebook and like our page, and we will start sending you some free puzzles. Thank you.